She's unmuting.
Oh, okay. I'll come back. Trustee Lewis,
Present.
Mayor Rudas,
Here.
Trustee
Okay.
Bowden.
Present.
Okay, got it.
Okay, let's do our disclaimer. Let's do our Pledge of Allegiance, then I'll do the disclaimer. I pledge allegiance
Allegiance
To the
to
flag
the
to the
flag
flag
of the United
of the
States of
United States of
America,
America,
and to the republic
to the republic
for which it
for
stands,
which it stands,
one
One
nation,
nation.
one nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with
with
liberty
and
and justice for all.
Okay. Pursuant to Governor Pritzker's Executive Order 2020-07, COVID-19 Executive Order number 5, which suspends the requirement of the Illinois Open Meetings Act requiring in-person attendance by members of a public body during the duration of the gubernatorial disaster proclamation. The members of the village board will not be physically present for the designated board meeting, instead be participating in the meeting through audio access using a virtual meeting platform. Public comments may be submitted in advance of the meeting to Village Clerk D. Jones at djones@university-park-il.com or by text message to the village clerk at 708-473-6201. All comments must be received by 5 p.m. Okay, we have a presentation. Our general public comments, we're going to come. We have going down to item E1A, a presentation by Venture One. Neva, please bring in Mr. Good.
Okay, just 1 second. They're coming. 1 second.
Okay. Yes, Trustee.
And I'm working on my good one. Just give me just a few more seconds. I'm waiting on him to join the call. I resent the link to him. Just be a moment.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you, Neva.
Okay, Mayor, 1 second. I think I'm gonna just call him really quickly because I just got off the phone with him. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got it. Here we go. Once Mark Good comes on the call, I need to know if his colleague's name is Jeff. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure. That wasn't a name I had prior to the meeting. Okay, here we go. Everyone is on the call. Can you guys hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
Venture One, can you hear us?
They're there, but they're waving.
We can't hear you. Can you hear us? Okay, we're having some audio issues, but it does say their audio is working.
Mhm.
1 second.
Paul, I think we're. Yeah, we got a phone that we called in on. Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Okay, good, that worked. Technology at its best.
Can you tell me, is Jeff a part of your call from Venture One?
Yes,
He is, okay.
yes, he is.
Mayor, glad you're back.
Yeah.
All right, we're good to go. We have everyone. Everyone's here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
I have
great.
another phone number, 1-262-822-8.
That's,
Should they be?
that's Jeff Radical, he's on.
Okay. He's coming in.
Good.
Okay, Mayor, you're good to go.
Good to go. Thank you. Okay, guys. Mr. Good, your team, welcome. Thank you for your time this evening. You guys can start with the presentation.
Okay, we'll put up, we're gonna share screen now, and we're gonna put the host has disabled the screen settings, so you can allow us to screen share.
Neva?
Whoever, the host has to allow us to screen share our presentation.
Coming, it's coming.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, we're ready.
Can you guys see that?
Yes.
So this discussion today is about what we're calling Project River, which is located on Central Avenue, directly east of the Amazon building we just completed in Gateway 57 in University Park. This project is 894,000 square feet with 30,000 square feet of office. We look to start construction, almost immediately in terms of getting permits and moving with construction. As you can see, would have immediate access on Central Avenue going south down to Stunkel and then over to the highway. That would be the major access for both trucks and employees. We'll go to the site plan right now that's more specific. And this is a site plan of the building. We'll show you that there's 30,000 square feet of offices on the north side of the building. We're gonna get our mouse there. Parking is immediately around that office area. We have up to 250 to 300 car parking. And then the truck access, which will be off of Central Avenue, is immediately across. Can you show where the truck access is? Right here. Immediately off of Central Avenue, where we're meant to queue a lot of trucks in there. We have 2 lanes coming in, 1 lane going out, so that trucks won't back up on the Central Avenue. We have plenty of queuing there for them. And then they would enter the site there through a guard shack. Any questions on our site plan that I can answer?
Yeah.
Anybody hear me?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so I guess the silence means there's no questions on the site plan.
No question.
Okay. All right. We're going to go now to the description of the project. So we'll put that up here. This building, and we're going to let you know the name of the company in a minute. This building is 894,000 square feet. It's on 103 acres. The 103 acres allows them to have expansion of this facility because there'll be a long-term tenant in the building and plan to be here for many, many years. As I said, there's 30,000 square feet of offices. We have auto parking for 300 cars. We are not asking for any variances on the zoning. We believe that the building and the use fit into the current zoning, and that we hope to complete the building in January of 2023, which, you know, we would start major construction in the spring, right after the winter, and right after we get our permits, and that gives us about 10 months to complete the building, which is an extremely fast construction cycle, which is why we're asking for this meeting today so we can begin moving forward. Any questions on the building? Okay, we'll go right now to the benefits to the community for this project. There will be 250 full-time jobs, plus or minus. Wages will be between $18 to $23 an hour, plus there'll be full-time benefits to all of the employees. This company is moving from the southwest side of Chicago, so we do believe that some of the employees will probably move to the area, perhaps into University Park, to get a closer commute. And then those that don't move, there'll probably be openings for new employee hires from the area. We think that the tax benefit through the TIF district staff account will be approximately $500,000 per year for the 15 years that we're looking for the TIF. And the company is planning to invest capital of approximately $30 million into equipment in the building. Any questions on the company, the building itself, in terms of what they're doing here?
I have a question.
Sure.
From the site that they're currently operating out of, is this site that they're looking to bring to University Park a larger site than the previous one? The reason I'm asking is because I'm wondering, is the 250 jobs already kind of filled by the employees that are at the current site? So is this an expansion that will allow them to hire more, which will provide opportunities for the residents?
Yeah, well, let me, at this point, disclose who it is. Okay, the company name is Central Steel and Wire. They're located on the southwest side near Midway Airport. They're currently in a multitude of buildings. It's been public that they're selling their site. It's been publicly announced that they're selling their site to Amazon for a large facility that would be located within the city of Chicago. So they do have to make a move because they're leaving that facility.
Okay.
I have toured their facility, and they're in a multitude of buildings that are disconnected, probably 5 or 6 different buildings on a large site that they've been on for probably close to 100 years. So this is a move for them. In talking to them, I believe that some employees will come and some won't. One of the reasons that we did not disclose their name until this evening is they did not want to disclose to their employees until today that they were moving and that the location would be University Park. So some employees will make the commute and some won't. We really don't know what the situation is with each individual employee at this time. That answers your question.
That helps, absolutely, thank you.
So our
Mr.
request, sure, go ahead.
For this company, I mean, just listening to the tone, is this something that they anticipating that the vote is going to go in their favor tonight? Is that why they're making that announcement?
Yes, they are. We have to order our steel and our precast next week to meet the schedule for delivery in May and June of next year. And if we don't order steel next week, then we'll miss our delivery date and our pricing won't hold. So that'll screw up, honestly, that'll screw up the deal. I mean, we need to have this done tonight, which is why we requested the special meeting this evening. Thank you for your question.
And this is Joe Miller. Let me interrupt for a second. So Trustee Brooks and all of the trustees, and I think the mayor has talked to Michael about this as well. I just got the agreement today. So if you were to approve it, and I have no problem with you approving it, it has to be pending final attorney approval, because we need to have an opportunity to look at it. Because I literally, it definitely wasn't in the packet that I saw over the weekend. And I think it came in an email today, and I had a conference today. So I didn't have a chance to read it. I don't think Michael had a chance either. We'll get it done in the next few days, even though I'm bouncing out of town because there's a conference called Cube that I participate in. And then I actually have a pre-planned trip out of town as well. But between me and Michael, we'll be able to take a look at it and let you know. But I will let you know that we did not have an opportunity to review it before tonight because we literally just got it within the last couple of hours. I think all of you guys just got it within the last couple of hours. I'm assuming that's correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And actually, I'm glad you just addressed it because yes, we got this at 4:08 this evening, and I know that even though on the agenda I see it for a first, second, and third reading, I thought that we were going to have a second, like a part 2 of this before Friday, because Mr. Good was very clear about this. For at least I know when I met with him, Mr. Good was very clear about this. So I was really anticipating for this to get to us before 4:08. And I also seen a question in there. I don't want to reveal the question that was asked, but it was a good question that Michael had sent in there. Because I would say we're almost home on what we were asking for over in TIP 7. So I was just kind of shocked that they are anticipating a yes vote tonight because that's premature.
We are anticipating a yes vote tonight. The development agreement that we sent to everybody was attached as an exhibit to the ordinance that was passed December 3rd, 2019 that we did discuss. And we took that draft ordinance that was an exhibit to that agreement that was an exhibit to that ordinance that was passed, and used that as our basis, just filling in the blanks, putting in the company.
Okay, well, Mr. Good, I just would like to be fair to the residents that are listening. That I'm gonna let you finish your presentation, but if this company is anticipating me just to say yes so they can have it,
agreement that was an exhibit.
May I yield my time? I think it's fair for Mr. Good to continue. He did have a whole lot on the table that I think the residents do need to hear that before we even get to that point.
All right.
Yes, we've been working with this company now for about 9 months. The ordinance that was passed December 3rd, 2019 provided us with the opportunity to offer the incentives of up to 75% of the taxes for 15 years. So we stay within those bounds, and that was passed with the idea that once you knew who the company was and the quality of the company, the quality of the jobs, et cetera, that assuming that the company met your requirements, that this agreement would be passed. And obviously from a legal perspective, we have no problem with the attorneys looking at the agreement and commenting on them, as long as what we pass tonight is the incentives at the 75% in the 15 years, subject to the attorneys reviewing the development agreement that we submitted, so that we can have a discussion in the next 24 hours and hopefully sign it by the end of the week or early next week would be our goal, so we can get our steel and our precast ordered and stay on schedule. That's our biggest concern, is getting this done so we can get our precast and steel orders in, we can hold our pricing and stay on schedule. And we're not asking for anything that wasn't in the ordinance, and not for anything that we hadn't discussed last week.
Yeah, and the announcement that was made to the employees was the company's working towards this final agreement for this location.
Why don't you introduce yourself too?
Hi, I'm Shannon O'Hare. I'm the consultant for Central Steel and Wire. So I've been helping them. As Mark said, we've been working together on this for about 9 months. I've been working with the company on this project for well over a year, as they looked at all different locations throughout the Midwest, trying to find the best location for them. And this TIF is very important to their location decision, but, you know, I've been working hand in hand with Mark, trying to get this done here for a while now. So thanks for having me tonight.
You can continue on, Mark, unless any other council members have questions.
I'm open to answer any questions the council member has and hope we get a positive vote tonight. Thank you.
All right, are you finished with your presentation? Is that it?
That's it. I mean, realistically, it's everything we talked about. I mean, the building itself is going to be a precast building. It's going to look very similar to the building that we built for Amazon and Georgia Pacific. Design-wise, we have all of our traffic moving onto Central Avenue, so we've avoided Stager Road in this project. We've included with this company an additional 30 to 40 acres of expansion land for them because they think they might be expanding in the future because of their business is growing. And we think that because we're not asking for any variances on zoning, that it meets all the requirements from an operational perspective in the village. So we're excited. They're also excited. You know, they were aware that we did have meetings last week individually with the trustees. I reported back to them that those felt very positive to me for a vote tonight. So, you know, again, we're totally okay with the concept of setting up a call tomorrow with the attorneys to work out the final document and agreement.
Yeah,
and that will devote our time to get that accomplished. But we would love to get a vote tonight to move us forward. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Can someone speak a little bit more about exactly what will take place in the facility? Is it a clean facility? Is it something that's going to bring pollution to the community? Things along those lines, I think someone should speak on.
This is a finished product facility for them. They're in the steel business. They'll bring in steel rolls and steel flats. They will customize them for their customers and then ship them out primarily on flatbed trucks. You've seen those on the highway, and go to different industrial customers. So it's a processing plant for steel. It's not a forging plant. There's no fire, there's no furnaces, there's nothing like that. But it will have, it is a light manufacturing facility from the perspective of they'll do some slitting and some cutting, but also it's with finished product that will then go out to their customers. The 30,000 square feet of office in the building is for customer service, so that, you know, it's a very high-end facility for them.
Yeah, and along with that, the light manufacturing jobs also mean higher wages, right? These people are paid higher wages than the distribution type jobs. So that's a positive. The benefits for these jobs are also significant. All employees are awarded benefits the first day they start working for the company. So that's a big plus. They have paid time off, health insurance, 401k. They have a tuition reimbursement program that employees and dependents of employees can apply for. So they're taking care of their employees is very important to them.
Okay, I just want to make one point. Since you represent the company that has the potential of coming to town, it's good to do good business, but when companies come into town, we like to establish community partnerships. We don't want you just to say you're located in University Park. We want you to be engaged with the community, with the programs, with the people in the community. We want you to have a positive impact on our local economy as well. So if we can have that mutual agreement, I think that it'll be the board's decision, but I have to put that out there. We've had enough companies that would just come in and give us all kind of pledges, and then once they get what they want, we don't hear from them. So we want to make sure that that's clearly understood, that there has to be a community partnership.
Yeah, they have shown a history of that with every community they have been in the past. I'm sure that won't be an issue at all. They're very involved in local Boys and Girls Clubs, local organizations that raise money for different charities and things like that. So I'm sure that won't be an issue at all.
Awesome. That's music to the ears. Thank you. Does anybody else have any other questions?
I do have another question. Do you have a sense of if they will allow us to kind of prioritize residents from University Park as far as jobs goes? Has there ever do they have a history of those type of programs or anything like that that you have knowledge of?
I'm sure we could do something like that. They've, as Mark said, they've been in this current location they're in for about 100 years. So they haven't really run into that with this specific subgroup, this specific location, right? But I'm sure we can do that as well. I'm sure they'd be open to job fairs and other things in the village.
That's what I explained to them early on, is that what we worked out with Amazon was doing job fairs, working with the college there. Again, these are, skilled type jobs. They do provide training to their employees, which is why you have the higher wage scale than you would in a typical warehouse.
Yeah.
And it's been explained to them that they do need to work with University Park and the college there, the university there, to really hire from University Park area.
Yeah.
I have a question. Trustee McFadden here. Where else is Central Steel located other than the south west side of Chicago?
So they are a company that's owned by Ryerson Steel. So they have locations throughout the Midwest. They've got a big location in Minnesota, Indiana, right? They've got several locations. But this Central Steel and Wire, this is their primary location.
This would be their new corporate facility that they're moving from Chicago here, which is why we have the 30,000 square feet of office, and it has a very significant corporate design to it.
Thank you.
They've been in Chicago over 100 years, haven't they?
That's right.
Long time.
And this is Trustee Brooks. And let me get this right. Central Steel and Wire wants to move to University Park and to build a new facility based upon Amazon, who wants to move at that old location. Did I hear that correctly?
Amazon is acquiring their site in the city to build a warehouse, and like they did across the street there in University Park, and we'll start construction on that site after Central Steel leaves their site to go to a new location. So yes, that's right. So, they've been in that location again for over 100 years, and this is an opportunity for them to get into a new facility in a new location with modern offices, et cetera, et cetera. So this is a big decision by them.
And you're building this, Mr. Good?
Am I building what?
You're building, so you're going to be building the Amazon site over where Central Steel is moving from.
I wish I was, but I'm not. No, I'm.
Oh, okay.
I am building this building for them here, but I'm not building the one where they're located.
Okay.
But yeah, they've been there for 100 years, right? This is a huge decision for them.
I have another question. It's kind of targeted toward our village manager. So I'm looking at the $700,000 in permit fees. Is this something that will have an immediate impact on the community, or is this money that will be earmarked for us to improve roads, or would it go into the general fund? What type of immediate impact could the $700,000 have for the community?
That 700,000 was an estimate. It's going to be based. It could be plus or minus. So that clear. It could be plus or minus. It could be upward to almost a big number, or it could be slightly less than 700,000. But it appears that 700,000 was a medium. So, and the money's we are earmarking those dollars to go in the escrow account for roads. Our priority under our capital improvement is roads. We got to get these roads done, and we have no other major source. So we're looking for those dollars for roads.
Thank you.
Madam Village Manager, a question on that roads. I thought that we had other funds earmarked for that. Well, I mean, wouldn't this go into general funds like as always?
No, we have some monies earmarked for roads, but we don't have our points based on our capital improvement program. We have the streets in order of, we got 2 streets that are going to have to be reconstructed, and there's resurfacing on others, but 2 streets are going to have to be totally built. We do not have all that money, but the first thing we need to do is get the drawings and the total estimates. But in the meantime, we can't wait until the last minute to get the dollars together. And that's why I've been sources, getting dollars and putting it into this escrow fund for the roads.
And I know Clayco, what did we use that last money for?
Some of the Clayco money?
Correct, which should have been about 900,000.
We've used Clayco monies for Farmview Road. We've used Clayco monies. We've escrowed it for other project, Regal Farm. We've used it.
I am in the village meeting.
Excuse me.
Someone was unmuted.
Okay.
I think someone was unmuted. Go ahead, Madam Village Manager.
Okay. So we've used that monies for other projects as well. So we've used some of those dollars for the fire department. We've used construction. We've used those dollars for roads and otherwise, but the balance of, there's still some dollars that are remaining. We can use some of the monies to match for the current contractor that we use for the University Parkway project. So we've used those monies for matching dollars, and it's strictly been predominantly for roads, Trustee.
Because didn't we use that money for that parking lot?
Yes, some of that money, part of the money for the parking lot. And the parking lot was approximately $399,000 and some odd dollars, yes.
Mhm.
So in this deal with this company, in which I'm with Attorney Miller, I didn't get the chance to look through it. What are we gonna get back? The mayor did, he does have a point. At least with Amazon, we got $1 million loan. Although it was at 7%, we got $1 million loan.
Let me, Trustee, let me mention something.
Yes.
Brought out in this meeting, but the developer is proposing to totally rehab Craig Park. And we're getting the schematics, the estimates, and the dollars that the village will receive benefits of that park to include at the next meeting, September, we will tell exactly all that's going to be incorporated in the rehab of that. So we're looking, and that's going to be a few $100,000 there.
I know Mark Good is doing it, but what about the company itself?
Well, we got to work something out with them. And as I understand, they involve themselves with philanthropics, and that's where we got to come back in. The village will.
Just so you know, it is our perspective that, again, with the fee we pay with the Amazon deal to help with some of the fire safety issues there and fire ambulances and police cars, we want to, develop and be in a community that really, works well, has good facilities. So we look forward to doing Craig Park and improving it. We look forward, obviously, coming up in the next meeting to donating that land for the new fire safety facility just south of here and community facility, because we want to be a good partner with University Park as the developer. I will assure you that this company, where it was 100 years in one location, they are part of the community. So you couldn't get a better situation here. Number one, we are a developer that believes in the community, but one of the things that we sold to this company is that you know, this is a good community to be a part of. And they had many choices with the kinds of wages they pay and the number of employees they have. They had many choices of somewhere to go, but they picked University Park and they picked us because they felt that they would really fit into the community and they felt that they would be welcomed.
And you did tell him, Mr. Good, that, well, I guess it won't matter to me. I'm just one trustee, but I know we had it very clear. And Mr. Good, I know I'm about the last of those trustees from 2017 when we knew that over in TIF 7, the people did say they did not want any more warehouses, but they wanted more retail over there. That's why we wanted the 50% 15-year, and that's why I was fighting so hard for it, but whatever the board decides to do, but that was expressed, correct? Although it was the former mayor and the former board, I mean, that was our goal. And I know that we have some more development coming over there that the mayor has and the board of trustees have seen just recently, but more warehouses, that's what's making me frown just a little bit. And the other part that makes me frown just a little bit is that when I'm told that we can have another special meeting in which I was anticipating no later than Friday, that I don't know, it just seems like this vote is going to happen tonight. That's the way I hear it, based upon the context from I'm listening. But when are we going to get something more than just a warehouse here in that over in that TIF area?
First of all, I can appreciate your comments. This is not just a warehouse. This is a customer service processing center for a major corporation, you know, in the region and part of a national and international company. So, you know, you have wages here between $18 and $23 with full service, 401ks. I mean, community service, helping with tuition. This is not honestly, I'll say a Georgia Pacific where they got 30 people in a 1 million square foot building servicing a warehouse. We have looked long and hard for a company like this to come to University Park. This is a corporate facility. It has a significant amount of office personnel. It's not a warehouse by any means. And the pay is substantial compared to a warehouse pay. And we are providing them with expansion land where they can double the size of this building over a period of time, which they appreciated. So this is not that type of a situation. And so we really believe we've delivered. And as we've discussed in the past, you know, the way we look at it is that this land is perfect for industrial because of its proximity to the four-way interchange on I-57. And you know, in our studies, you know, for every good industrial job you bring to an area, you get 2 to 3 other jobs in retail, services, you know, like dry cleaning, restaurants, because the people that work in these industrial, they need to do other things, and hopefully will move there and live there, which will help build up your base of residential, which we're seeing in other communities that we're developing in. So we're very excited about this company coming here. And we did tell them there would be a vote tonight, the mayor, and we discussed having, you know, this on the agenda so that they can let their employees know this morning and not leave them hanging without a vote. So that's, you know, trustee, that's what we did do. So.
Well, I'm glad you know, like I told Mr. Good, you are a businessman. I expect you to make a business, make a sale. Hell, we done had a president that was the same way. Businessmen, that's what they do. They sell. And let me just go ahead and back out. But I just feel that me personally, now that I hear that you telling me that we have a vote, so apparently, I don't know what the other trustees are going to do, but to me, it sounds like their mind is already made up. I would like, you know, I didn't go to my constituents and talk about this, you know, so really anybody, but any type of self-respect or any respect for the people would really not pass this tonight, in my opinion. But I yield my time, Mr. Mayor, because I think we've been down this road before. I don't like getting something at 4:08 p.m. and then someone says that we're going to pass it. You know, if they do come, I wish Central Steel and Wire a lot of luck. Just please understand that when we keep saying unemployment for a majority African-American town here, we were actually lower than this Illinois unemployment rate at one point. You need money to live in University Park. And it's not like we have a bunch of broke residents walking around. And half the people from Central Steel, to my understanding, are coming over here. If we have residents that have an opportunity that wants to work at Central Steel, that's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, this rush deal, you know, I really thought that we were going to do this the right way. Miss E, I appreciate your efforts, but I'm not going to blame it all on Miss E, because tonight, even when before Madam Clerk was not available, said she could not, she clearly made an apology saying, quote, "I apologize for the short notice of getting this to you. However, I'm sending this information as I receive it. Respectfully, Madam Clerk." So look, you know, I appreciate it. Mayor, I yield my time once again. I just don't like rushing. I do like the fact that they mentioned in Craig Park. I just hope that people live up to things that they say they're gonna do. And this is almost like another quick, it's almost the Amazon deal was 4 hours. This one is 2. I yield my time.
All right, and thank you, Mr. Trustee Brooks. Anybody else? If no one else has any questions,
I do want to know something for the record. So I want to make sure I know for the record that I am asking that at least the concession building at Palmer Park is addressed if we put this together. I just want to note that the concessions built that would actually take care of both of our parks buildings at least, to ensure that they're safe. Right now we have over 200 kids that are a part of the program over there, and we're running our concessions out of a tent. So I think that's something that I spoke up on this when we had our initial meeting. So I just want to make that for the record that I would like to see at least minimum, upgrade to the concessions building over at Palmer Park if this passes.
You got that, Mr. Good?
Yeah, is that different than Craig Park?
Yeah, yes.
We'll be happy to take a look at that. Our plan was to do the concession stand and all the work at Craig Park. We have not looked at Palmer Park, but I'm happy to take a look at it.
But when we met with you, Mr. Good, me and I'm sorry, Janelle McFadden speaking. When we met with you, when me and Trustee Franklin met with you, he did bring it up then.
Oh, Palmer, I'm happy to take a look at it, and I'm sure we can make that work into this transaction.
All right, thank you.
I had my team go out to Craig Park, but I'm happy to have them look at Palmer Park next week.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Anyone else? If not, we're going to say thank you, Mr. Good, for your presentation. We're going to close this out, Neva. For Mr. Good, we're going to go down to item E1B. First, second, and third readings, ordinance approving and authorizing the execution of a redevelopment agreement by and between the Village of University Park and Project Rivers. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Lewis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by McFadden.
Question. Yeah, Mr.
Can we,
Mayor,
hello?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was unmuted. I apologize, Trustee. I'll let you go and then I'll go.
Yeah, no, just question. Mr. Mayor, I know when you were sitting in the meeting with me, was it you who put this down for today for a vote, or were you pressured to do it? I just want to know the honest truth about it, because I feel that we were actually, and I embrace what the village manager was saying about us trying to do things correctly. Because once we build this, if we look at that map that Mr. Good has, we have where the what you call the theater at, and then that corner that I hope we get some retail on that corner, because I don't want to end up in no landlocked for that TIF 7. And I just expected for it to be respected. That's all.
Yep. Okay. It was a mutual decision, Trustee.
Okay, I can respect that. I yield my time.
All right.
Mayor, I just want to make sure it's reflected in the minutes that the motion, if approved, is pending a final attorney approval of the agreement.
And
I wanna
and
make
I
sure
won't
that that's-
sign off. And
Yeah,
I won't sign off until anything, until attorneys, we got what we're supposed to have.
Yeah, oh, I know you will, but I just want it to be reflected in the minutes, so it just helps out things. I appreciate
All right.
that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Trustee McFadden,
Votes aye.
Trustee Brooks,
Votes no.
Trustee Jenkins,
Pass.
Trustee Franklin,
Both aye.
Trustee Bolden,
Both sides pending final approval of the attorney. Let's please put that on the record.
yes, ma'am. Trustee Lewis,
Vote side pending the attorney's review as well.
Mayor Rudez.
I concur pending attorney's review.
Going back to Trustee Jenkins,
Both sides pending attorney review.
Thank you, trustee. Okay,
okay, motion passed. Mayor, ordinance number is 02021-09.
all right, thank you. May I have a motion for adjournment out of the special meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Second, moved by trustee Brooks, second by trustee Bolden. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None opposed? All right, let's go. So we go back to the different link, Neva?
No, we're gonna stay on this link. We'll just ask our guests to say
Okay,
good night.
awesome.
Oh, he's trying to speak. We can't hear you.
Yeah,
Mark.
you're gonna go to your regular board meeting where we have something on that agenda, so we're gonna stay on.
No, you'll go to the waiting room.
You go, right.
Dial
Oh.
back in.
Okay, we'll dial back in.
No, you're gonna just wait in the waiting room. You don't have to dial back in.
Okay, we'll take our video off though.
Yeah. Oh, there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Put us on mute.
Okay,
1 second.
yep.
That's it.
We are still live on YouTube. 1 second.